Hi, everyone. We are live in a couple of places. You might be catching us on the Nutrition Coaching and Counseling Facebook community, or on my YouTube, or on my LinkedIn. Hi there. If you've ever wondered what you need to do to get more clients for your nutrition practice, and then once you have clients, you're wondering what to actually do with them to be able to give them the best potential to reach their health outcomes and also help retain your clients as long as they need your help, then you're here, you're in the right place. And together, we're going to be talking with Jesse Fernandez about how to go through the marketing as well as the coaching aspect of your nutrition practice. And we're going to leave you with some tips that you can use to really elevate your practice. So, hi there. I'm going to introduce myself real quickly. Welcome, welcome. If you're there, go ahead and put a comment. Say hi. We'd love to hear if you're there. If you have anything to say, we'd love to say hi to you as well. So my name is Dr. Joyce Faraj-Ardura. I am the founder and CEO of the Nutrition Counseling Academy and the host of the Nutrition Coaching and Counseling Facebook community. So some of you might know me from there. And I have been working to really bridge the gap between the theory and the practice when it comes to nutrition coaching and counseling for dietitians and nutrition professionals. So that's me in a nutshell. And today we're going to be talking about how to connect, engage, and cultivate healthy habits with your patients and or clients. And here with me, I have Jessie Fernandez, and she's going to go ahead and introduce herself. Take it over.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Joyce, for the invitation for today. My name is Jessie Fernandez, and I am a marketing coach. And I work with different clients and US-based agencies, clients in Europe, Mexico, and here in Latin America. And my main goal is also to teach people about real marketing and how they can make their business grow through very simple strategies like the ones that we're going to discuss today. So we're going to start with the connect part, right? Um, there's a very competitive market out there, and your business needs to stand out. You need to draw in new clients. So we're going to discuss a little bit about marketing fundamentals, how to identify your target audience or your ideal client, how to build an online presence, how to manage client patient referrals, and the importance of organic search. Feel free to leave any questions in the comments box, please. So, what is marketing, right? Well, marketing, or in this case, healthcare marketing, is a process. It's not something that I'm going to wake up and say, okay, I'm going to do marketing today. No, marketing is a process. It's a process to outreach, to connect and attract people, customers, and guide them through a healthcare journey. Keep them engaged so they just don't visit you once, they come back to you, right? According to CES, 83% of patients expect healthcare services and engagement to be patient centric. So, in all the marketing we do in healthcare services, the patient needs to be the center of it, the service, the satisfaction of the patient. And all the journey needs to be patient based as well. Why is it important to do marketing in healthcare? First, connection. We live in a very technological world right now. So we are able to connect in different ways with the customer, with the client, with the patient, know what they need, what they're looking for, right? So this is a very important piece of this 360 marketing strategy. We also need to keep the patients engaged during their customer journey with us, giving them content, information that's going to be valuable in their lives. We need to retain these patients long term. Loyalty here is very important. And loyalty right now is very difficult to get, especially in the healthcare community. So to retain patients, we need to improve loyalty. And this is done through marketing. We also need more qualifying leads. To make your practice grow, you need to get new clients, but not everyone is your client. So to get those qualified leads, we will do a little marketing. And also to be more competitive, right? To stand out in the to the competition, you need to set up your value and to establish these marketing strategies that I'm going to share with you today. Marketing is an ongoing process. It's not something that you're going to do just because the day is rainy or the day is shiny and that you're going to do once. You need to be committed to the marketing that you do in a long term, 6 months, a year, to start to see results. So we need to keep that in mind. And marketing is a process. And there are different types of marketing you can do. There's digital marketing, that's the most known one. That's everything we can do online. There's also print marketing, magazines, for example. Out of home, when you see a billboard. There's also email marketing, mobile marketing, everything you do in your cell phones. Experiential marketing, based on the experience of the customer. Influencer marketing and affiliate marketing. Today's consumers expect to engage on their own terms. So remember that we mentioned that we need to be patient centric. Well, this patient, they know that they have um, that they are like the boss, and to connect, you do everything to connect with them, but in the end they're the ones that said, okay, let's do it, let's move forward, right? So when we're leading with this type of consumer, it's more the things we need to do on our side. So this is another reality that we need to be aware of, that today's consumers expect to engage on their own terms. So I divided this into different steps. How do you start doing healthcare marketing? First, you need to identify your target audience. Who is your ideal client? Their age, their income level, where do they live, their gender. Also, what social media platforms they use. Where do they hang out, online and offline? What problems do your service or your product solves? And how can you communicate this effectively? And how to create content that resonates with your target audience. So you will be asking yourself, Jesse, how do I find out all this information? Right? So we need to make like a little research. You need to speak to your current customers. That's a very good option, right? And you need to ask yourself who your ideal client is. And there's one tactic that I use, and it's in the next slide, that it's creating a buyer persona. A buyer persona is an effective way to understand who your client is. It's a fictional, um, it's a fictional ideal client, right? You get a picture, you put a name, an age, where they live, what they do, their personality, their frustrations, motivations, skills, goals, and needs. So it's easier to see your ideal client as a real person than answering the questions that were on the last slide, right? So this is a very interesting exercise that you can do. And again, you can discuss it with one of your current customers and answer those questions and then create this small format. And this is what we call a buyer persona. Step 2 is to define your brand. Personal branding is top right now, right? You, as people that have a practice, you are a brand. Everything you do online comes back to you. So your brand needs to be strong, needs to differentiate from every other brands or competition that it's out there. What does branding involve? You need to have a logo, you need to have a name, a visual identity, colors that describe you, that resonate with your current client. Your brand also needs to have a personality. That's a brand personality are human characteristics that represent your brand. Is your brand funny? Is your brand intelligent? And then you need to develop brand messaging. What words are you going to use to create awareness and interest during the communication process? So remember this, each one of you that is connected right now is a brand. And you need to work on developing your personal brand, because in the end the clients connect with you not as a practitioner but also as a brand. And that's a way to bring new qualified leads, clients to your practice. Step 3, you need to define goals and set up a budget. How many new clients or new customers do you expect to see in a week, in a month, in 6 months, right? And also the retention. I don't want them just to come one time to me. I want to keep them for a year maybe. And how much are you willing to spend on advertising? I'm not asking here for a Barbie movie budget. We can do a lot of things with small budgets, but you need to know that marketing is an investment. So you need to set up something that you're going to use through a period of time to reach these goals. Next step is online presence and visibility. So first of all, I suggest that you create a profile, right? Yelp, Google Business, also LinkedIn, right? Remember that when we're studying our audience, we're going to find out which are the social media platforms that they use the most. So I suggest you use those. Also, creating a blog and sharing content on a regular basis. There's always something to talk about from your practice, from what is going on your industry. So share that type of content and then try to position yourself as someone that really knows what they're talking about. Create a website or a landing page. Facebook ads and Instagram ads, that's a great way to connect with people and reach a broader audience. Also, assist to events. The importance of networking is crucial. The people you know, that will help you a lot to get referrals. You can use contact forms on your Facebook ads or on your websites to get information from your clients, from leads, and then start nurturing those leads and change them, convert them into clients. Create an appointment scheduling platform such as Calendly and doing live stream videos.
Like this one.
Like, yes.
And I want to add that the contact forms can be something as simple and free as a Google form that you can have on your social media profile.
Yes, correct. Something very important, depending on the strategy and what you're doing marketing wise, is to keep clear call to actions, right? Because remember, we're moving our clients to do something, right? To fill a form, to read a blog, to visit a website, or to set up an appointment. So try to keep that clear, like learn more, sign up here, right? Or little longer ones like don't miss out, join this live right now, right? So try to keep clear calls to action. Then patient referrals. Referrals are the second easiest way to increase patient volumes, because what happens is that as people, we trust more other people's opinion than what we see on different ads. So referrals here are crucial. And there are different types of referrals: doctor to patient referrals or patient to patient referrals. From these two types, if we needed to pick up one and set up a strategy, it will be patient to patient, right? Because again, there's that trust part. This is why people keep looking for reviews, reading about different practitioners, right? I've heard of people that have studied a doctor for 1 year before setting up an appointment. And during all this year, they were looking into referrals. So this is a very important thing that we need to add into our marketing mix. And how do we increase patient referrals? First, you need to have a referral process and you need to streamline it. Also, try to build relationships with your clients, right? So don't look at them as just clients. Look at them as humans. Look at them as people that are going to talk about your brand with their friends, with their families. So try to build a very close relationship. Also, establish a strong online presence. Use email marketing to nurture this database that you're collecting when you're using the other strategies. Hold an event like this one, can be online or offline, and take advantage of technology. Now, organic search. Right? I try to keep this as simple as possible. The technical term here is SEO, search engine optimization. So, but I think it's prettier when we said organic search. So your website can be ignored if you use the wrong keywords. It's not just writing just because of writing. You need to identify what keywords your clients are using when they're looking for your service, right? And and you will say, well, how do I find out that? We have different tools such as Keywords Everywhere and Uber Suggest that are going to help you look into different words and how they're being used depending on the place where you are. It can be a city, it can be a state, and there's those are really good tools. You can also search hashtags in Twitter and in LinkedIn and see the volume of how much people are using it. Could be maybe 1 million mentions or 500K mention, and you can pick that word and use it throughout your website and or throughout your word. Always use long phrases, and again, remember that you're writing to humans, not just clients, not robots, right? Always remember there's a human on the other side. And well, this has been my marketing part. I invite you to join me in my community, or you can reach out to me writing to my email, jesse@jessifernandez.com. And now that we got all these new leads through marketing strategies, we need to give them a quality service. And here's where Joyce comes in.
Thank you. I do notice that we have a question here, so I'm going to go ahead and ask it. This is for you, Jesse.
Okay.
How important do you think it is to have solid messaging on your website? This person is considering hiring a branding agency in 2024 who can rebrand the website for that person.
Okay, great. When we talk about rebranding, well, rebranding is not just the copies, the text of the website. Rebranding requires reviewing your actual logo, colors, personality, the tone that you're using. So yes, rebranding is like it's a wide spectrum, right? I do suggest that if you have the capacity to hire a branding agency, I mean, you can do that with them. It's always the best to hire an expert, right? Just keep in mind that it's not just the wording. Branding is more than just the copy and the text on the website.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that, Jesse. Great question. Great answer.
Thanks to you.
So we're done with the marketing, we're getting clients, and then what do we do with them? So then my question is, how can you optimize your client experience to create a lasting connection that will allow you to make a bigger impact in your clients' lives? A little bit of backstory here. When I was hired to create a nutrition program at a clinic, I did all the work. I had the clients, right? I had this amazing process that I would take my clients through. I knew who I'd be seeing, what diagnoses, the medical nutrition therapy, the nutrition coaching, when it came to the science of it. I knew all of that. I had the process down. I knew who to refer for what. I was feeling pretty good. And then fast forward to when I'm seeing clients, there was like a long list of clients I had to see. I started noticing that nutrition is a science, and I was really good at the science of nutrition. But eating and the client experience has to do more with behavior. And I was lacking a lot when it came to my knowledge and my skills and strategies to implement to be able to provide this experience where I would target my clients' behavior change based on behavior change foundations and fundamentals and science of behavior change, hence counseling skills. So I was missing those counseling skills. So then, fast forward a few years, I had done all the trainings, taken the workshops. I was working with therapists and psychotherapists and social workers. So I would join their conversations, and that just opened up the doors for me to really start learning how to approach my clients and be able to provide them a better experience so that they can be able to make better changes, so that I knew how to meet them where they were instead of going in with nutrition education. So I'm going to go into I'm going to go into 5 different tips for you, starting with first impressions matter. Now I'm going to go into the connection. I'm going to go into also motivation, keeping it simple when it comes to planning, and how to guide them effectively. So when it comes to making that first impression, we're not starting with our clients the moment that they have already booked. No, the moment that we make our first connection, our first, if it's in person, the moment you connect eyes, or if it's through social media, you're already presenting yourself as the way that you hope to be perceived. So we have to be very mindful of how we are approaching our clients. Our goal in the coaching session or counseling session, I'm going to use these 2 terms synonymously here, although there might be some differences clearly, but I'm going to use them synonymously, is that we need to be aiming to explore and understand our clients' goals. We should not be imposing any goals on our clients. We have to explore what's actually important to them and where they stand with their readiness to change. Because if you have someone that's low on their readiness to change and you come in with nutrition education and these are the things you got to do, that's a mismatch. We're already starting off with the wrong foot. So we have to be able to tailor our interventions and our tactics for behavior change based on where they are on that scale of behavior change. You have to create shared meaning. So health might mean something very different to your client than it does to you. So make sure whenever there's any type of indication that this is what they want to achieve, just ask them, what do you mean by that? What does that look like for you? And then get a good idea of what that shared meaning would be for different words and terminologies and goals and values that your client might be expressing. Also, when it comes to managing expectations, we have to make sure that we have a shared meaning and we're able to manage those expectations accordingly. We have to set a positive tone by being able to communicate with empathy and understanding. Very different from sympathy. Empathy is when we're trying to be in our client's shoes. Try our best to let them know that we understand them, we hear them, we're listening, we value them, and we are trying our best to treat them as someone who is a person with their own ability to decide what to do, when to do, whether to do it, and how fast to do those changes. We have to be present and stay present. This means we have to minimize distractions, whether it's your phone or someone else that might be knocking. Make sure that when you're with your client, that they know that they are the center of attention for you. And we do this by being present, staying present, minimizing distractions inside our head and in the environment, and being able to actively listen and then reflect back what we're hearing to our clients. We have to mind our body language and our tone of voice, because it's not enough about what we say, but it's how we say it. And this includes our loudness, our tone, and how we carry ourselves. So whether we are on the same level with our clients, or if there's like a different dynamic when it comes to the environment, or if you're sitting higher, if there's a desk in between you, that all has to do with how the environment can affect that connection with the client. We have to mirror their language and use lay terms. Instead of using hyperglycemia, we should be using high blood sugar. Use the terms that they're familiar with, not because we're trying to dumb it down, but we have to make it simple enough that anyone with lay audience at the 6th grade level can understand what it is that you're talking about. And as we study more nutrition, we learn all of these big terminology, all of these big science words that we sometimes forget that we have to use simple language. We have to ensure a safe and judgment-free environment for open communication. We have to make sure our clients know that we're not there to approve or disapprove of them. We accept them as they are. They are worthy of our acceptance because they just exist. They are worthy of it. So we should not be judging or bringing any discrimination to our sessions. So you have to check yourself if you're finding that you're making certain assumptions about the people you're seeing, and that's where is this coming from, and how can I do away with these. That was meant to go earlier. So I'm going to go into building a connection now, effective guidance, cultivating motivation, and also planning, keeping it simple. I love this quote because it really gets down to the connection we build with our client. No one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. We might be very savvy on the nutrition front, and we want to be able to let our clients know that we know so much. You're very smart, and there's no doubt that you are, or that you know a lot. But we have to focus on that connection with our clients, letting them know that we care about them, and not just spewing all these facts and making sure that they know that we know these things, because that's not why they're here. Sure, they want to get their nutrition problems solved, right? But this is not going to be the way to do it. We have to first establish a good connection, because the therapeutic relationship that you establish with your clients might be the biggest predictor of your clients' positive health outcomes. So we got to be showing them that we care. How do we establish this connection? We went over first impressions. Now building the client-coach connection. We have to establish a client-centered, person-centered approach. This means that the client is going to be the person who has the full autonomy to decide what they want to do, when, how, and how fast they want to get to their goals. They also have to be the ones that we have to actively engage so they come up with their own solutions. We should be doing about 20 to 30% of the talking, and our clients should be doing about 70 to 80% of the talking. So if you're finding that you're doing most of the talking, you're dominating the conversation with your clients, go ahead and ask yourself, why am I talking? Which is a neat acronym, by the way, WAIT. Wait, why am I talking? Go ahead and ask those open-ended questions to encourage your clients to share their thoughts and feelings and ideas as to how they can go about making changes, because we have to collaborate with them. I have here, tame your fixing reflex. This is our innate ability as helpers to want to help and solve the problem. But what happens when we go ahead and provide all the solutions? Our clients don't learn anything, and they're taking a passive role. They're just waiting for us to give them all the solutions, which might not even work for them. Next one, we have to practice active listening to better understand the client's perspective, because we have to be able to understand where they're coming from and where they want to get to if we're really going to be able to guide them towards their health goals. We have to tailor our coaching approach to the client's unique needs and preferences. So if you're familiar with the golden rule, it used to be treat others how you want to be treated. Now, knowing what we know about a client-centered approach, we have to flip this, and now the platinum rule has been created, which is treat others how they want to be treated. And how do you figure this out? By having an open conversation with them. See what works best for them, what their expectations are. And we have to foster a sense of partnership and shared decision making, because when we go into our sessions with our clients, we are not the only experts there. We might be the nutrition experts, but they are experts of their own lives. So we have to make sure we take advantage of their expertise to help them find a strategy and solution that works best for them. Oops. Let me go back. Sorry. Okay. I got too excited there. Guiding behavior change with compassion. Use a strength-based approach to acknowledge a client's past successes. If you're familiar with motivational interviewing, a big aspect of this is that we are individuals who guide. We're helpers who guide our clients towards figuring out their solution and what works best for them. But we have to use our clients' own strengths and abilities to get them to where they want to be. And part of using a strength-based approach is taking the assumption that the clients have what they need. We're there to help them find it. So we have to be able to have these conversations that are going to highlight what is within them, what strengths, unique abilities, skills, characteristics are within them that are going to help them be successful in reaching their goals. We have to show empathy and understanding for the challenges clients face. It's not a matter of whether they're going to face challenges, it's a matter of when. Behavior change is not easy. If it were easy, everybody would be changing their behavior and just, reaching those goals without any issues, but that's not the case. Most people are going to have challenges when it comes to behavior change. I mean, just take the, New Year's resolutions. How often do people stick with those? Usually by February, many have already let go of those new habits. And that's because they face challenges and they haven't known how to proceed and overcome those challenges. That's where we come in as the coaches and guides to be able to help them overcome those challenges. We have to encourage self-compassion to help clients overcome setbacks. This applies to all humans. You might be doing 100 things right, but the one thing that you don't do right is the one thing that's taking all your mind space. So then how can we help our clients have that self-compassion to identify their wins, no matter how small, and be able to provide positive reinforcement for them to keep on going and not give up? We also have to provide constructive feedback and guidance without judgment. So a lot of what we're doing with our clients, the way I see it, is that we might be re-strategizing and figuring out what works best for them and guiding them through that process. We also have to cultivate their intrinsic motivation. Many people might come to us with motivation, and that's wonderful, but motivation is not, it's flimsy, let's put it that way. It comes and goes, it wanes. So then how can we help them cultivate their intrinsic motivation, which can be longer lasting? It's okay if someone comes through the door with extrinsic motivation because they want to meet a certain goal by a certain deadline. That might get them through the door, but it's up to us to cultivate their intrinsic motivation, which is going to be helping them remain committed when life gets tough. We have to explore our clients' values, what's important to them, their goals, why do they want to meet those goals? Ask them what their big why is. What would meeting those goals mean for them? How would they feel? What would they do if they could meet those goals? How would their life be different? So these are conversations we should be having with our clients. We have to be able to help them connect their health goals, once we uncover what those are, to their personal values and priorities so that we can see how their behaviors are aligning with their goals or their values. And we can point that out in an am I adherent manner. Supporting autonomy by allowing clients to set their own goals and action steps, there to guide them, right? Make sure they're not biting more than they can chew. Using motivational interviewing techniques to explore ambivalence and resistance, ambivalence is just a natural part of changing behavior. It's not something that is shunned down upon. And resistance, I can be talking about resistance for a long time. I'll be giving a presentation on resistance next month, actually. I'm going to show you more about that, because this is a term that we label individuals as being resistant when they don't comply to our expectations, right? When in reality, there's a lot we can be doing to tackle the development of resistance in a session. We have to encourage self-reflection to help clients uncover their own motivations. And we have to really cultivate this habit of self-reflection to see what's going well, where they need to do more work on, and really understand what's going on with their behavior change process. And lastly, keep it simple when it comes to planning. A mind that is overwhelmed is a mind that's not going to commit or carry on with behavior change. So when our clients leave our session with 4, 5, 6 goals, many things they have to work on, they're going to be overwhelmed. They might be leaving the session thinking, I already have everything that I need to do. I don't feel like I can do it. We have to keep it very simple. My goal is to only have clients start with one particular thing they're working on. Maybe you can add a second one, but I would want that client to kind of prove that they can do that one thing. And then we talk about it. So we have to keep it simple. We have to collaborate on coming up with SMART goals. You're all familiar with these at this point. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. It's not enough to just say, okay, the client's going to eat more fruits and vegetables this week. That's not enough. With the planning, we have to go into the how often, where, when, how is this going to happen? And we have to help them break through all of this to make it small baby steps. And then we have to assess their confidence. So how confident are they that they can meet that particular goal that you have together come up with? We have to develop a clear and practical action plan tailored to the client's lifestyle and abilities. What is within their means? Only they can tell you what works, what doesn't work, what will work. We have to be careful, though, that they have to feel empowered. They have to feel like their self-efficacy is high enough that they can actually tackle a new behavior change. So it's going to be up to us to manage ways to enhance their self-efficacy while also preventing them from biting off too much. So we have to set them up for success. This is what I call trial and correction instead of trial and error, because we want to use positive language. And we have to let our clients know that there will be blocks around the path, and there will be a need for you to re-strategize and come up with a different way that might work for them better to meet their goals. And emphasizing the importance of consistency and gradual process. Just as whatever health condition they're seeing you and they have at that moment maybe took years, if not decades, to develop, you're also going to need slow, gradual progress to be able to get to their goals. Keeping in mind that we have to give them some wins. Give them some small wins. Choose the activities that might have the highest return on investment when it comes to their time and effort. So you can see there's a lot going on when it comes to doing effective nutrition coaching and counseling. But some of these strategies are things that you can start implementing. And I go into all of these in my nutrition counseling skill building program for nutrition professionals. If you want to learn more and like really dig deeper into all of these and how to do them, then I'd be happy to chat some more. I have a program that's been approved by the CDR for almost 20 continuing education units for dietitians, and I go into all of these in detail. And I also have a live cohort that we do the coaching and the practice, and we do that over 8 weeks, and the next cohort is starting in January. So if there's something you're interested in, go ahead and send me a message and I'd be happy to chat. But you might be thinking, what can I do now? If you wanted to jumpstart with your nutrition coaching and counseling skills like right away, then there are two things you can do. One is if you want to learn about different styles of nutrition counseling, then the Nutrition Counseling Academy, I'm organizing the first virtual summit called Empower 2023. It's going to take place virtually on November 17th and 18th. And we have 9 amazing speakers who are going to be sharing their person-centered strategies to nutrition counseling and coaching. That includes advanced motivational interviewing. So MI for Weight Inclusive Counseling by Don Clifford, who's the one who co-wrote the MI Nutrition Fitness book. Then we also have body image discussions using MI by Amanda Mittman. We have trauma-informed nutrition counseling and how trauma can actually affect our clients' relationship with food and behavior change. So we have two different sessions on that. That's going to be 2 whole hours on trauma-informed. And then we have other topics related to nutrition counseling. I'll be talking about resistance and how we can prevent it and manage it in a session. Ways to make behavior change easy. If this is something that you're interested in, it's going to happen November 17th and 18th. And I'm going to drop, I don't know if I can drop the link here, but I'm going to post it. So send me a message and I can send you the link. I'm going to post it on my Facebook group. I'm going to post it on my LinkedIn. And if you're watching through YouTube, go ahead and send me a message. And you can do that by getting in touch with me through my email, which is apparently not here. It's nutrition.counseling.academy@gmail.com. But you can reach out to me through Instagram or through LinkedIn, through Facebook. It's all there. So I'd be happy to answer any questions if you have any. And I hope this webinar left you with some ideas as to how you can get started. And yeah, just I'd say take whatever you found the most useful and start doing some digging into any of the strategies we shared, whether it's marketing or coaching and counseling.
Yes, feel free to reach out. And this opportunity with the Nutrition Counseling Academy, it's great to elevate your practice. And if I can help you with your marketing strategies, just reach out to me on Instagram or through my email.
Okay, and I have found the website. I'm going to share it through the comments right now. So this is the Empower Summit that's happening in November. If you are in a group private practice, I have special group pricings. If you're a dietetic intern or a student, I have special prices for you as well. Or if you are from a marginalized identity, go ahead and send me a message and I will give you a special discount. So that's all that we have for today. Thank you so much for coming. And I did see that someone wrote interested in the link for the cohort and summit. So I'm going to go ahead and post the link below. Thank you. That's all for today.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Jessie, for joining me today. By the way, Jessie's joining us all the way from Honduras, which is where I grew up. So I'm really happy that we're able to connect and collaborate.
Thank you, Joyce. And I hope to share with you more webinars where we can teach the marketing part to all your community.
Thanks. Bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye.